Hi guys and welcome back. Today I'm working on some new sticker designs. I absolutely love working on stickers and I love painting bottles. So this is kind of this perfect marriage of a couple of things that I love doing. But yeah, today I'm going to talk a bit about some of the things that I think about when I'm designing for stickers, some of the considerations that I make when I'm starting from the very beginning, from the sketch phase all the way to the end. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and talk about stickers. Oh, and I did want to say that the 4 pieces that I'm working on today are available at my shop, so if you'd like to own a little mini original for a pretty affordable price, then I've got that link at the very top of the description that'll take you over to my shop. But yeah, let's jump in and talk about sticker design. So the first thing that goes into designing your stickers is, of course, figuring out what you're actually going to draw. I love being able to think about this. It's so exciting because I find that it really opens up a lot of possibilities of things that I find really interesting to be able to illustrate, but don't always have that central focus that I want in, say, my illustrations. So my illustrations of a fully rendered, finished piece of artwork, I like to focus on actual people, humans. I like to have a lot more complexity to the design, so being able to just focus on one core element and make it look really interesting, as I would do with a sticker, is really freeing for me to be able to sit down and just say, oh, well, what do I think would look cool on its own in a standalone form? For this set, I am working around the theme of Love Potion, which was voted on by my patrons. Thank you guys for that. That was really helpful. And yeah, so right now I think I'm working on the one figure, the one character, but the other 3 are going to be bottles, and those are kind of a prime example of being able to work on something that's just totally different from what I would normally put as the focal point of my illustrations, and then be able to really put in that energy into it. And I love it because I find that it does keep me on my toes. It helps me to be more creative, and when I'm working on my print-worthy illustrations, then it opens up my ideas a little bit more where I don't get so stagnant. But anyways, yes, I like to consider what are things that would look really cool as a sticker, which of course that's extremely subjective, but what do I think would look really cool as a sticker, and I don't get the opportunity to illustrate as often as I would like. And one thing that's kind of tied to the subject matter is I actually really like to work on sets of stickers that aren't actually sold as sets, but they go well together. I think it works really well for this kind of final form where stickers are really collectible, and we like to be able to match different stickers together, and it's fun to be able to have different versions of a similar theme so that they can be grouped together, or people can find that perfect match of that type of sticker that they love, and then it fits their personality a little bit better, whether it's the color palette or that little tweak where it's a different type of potion like I'm working on today. So that's something that I just personally really enjoy, being able to put out there, sets of themed stickers. And the second part that I start thinking about as I'm designing my stickers and working on them is the contour of the actual shape. So this part is, again, something that's really fun for me to be able to work on, because when I'm working on a normal painting, it is usually falling under a square umbrella of shapes where everything has to fit within that. So because I'm able to make these really organic shapes of how the sticker is actually going to be cut out, it does open up a lot of possibility of just showing a lot of negative space around the figure or the character or the thing that I'm drawing. And that allows whatever you're sticking it to show through on that. So it's a really great opportunity to be able to really play with the shape that you're creating with your sticker. I love being able to push that and just looking and trying to imagine what would the outer bounds of the sticker end up being. So when I do my stickers, I always have a white border around it. When you're ordering out stickers, very often they will have that little white border around it when it's die cut. And I always buffer that in where it's going to be a little bit of a larger, softer border to it, where things become a little bit more marshmallowed. So I like to see it that way, and then I look for any opportunity that I can to really create a more dynamic and distinct shape. So as I'm working on the bottles, I think the very last one that I work on is probably my least exciting one as far as the outer contour, because it ends up being a mostly square bottle with just the neck on top. And I love it. I'm still really happy with that sticker, but I think the other 2 bottle stickers specifically, and definitely the figure, they have much more interest and life to the outer contour that does make it break out of its shell a little bit more. I also try to pay attention to areas where I can design in blank spaces that are contained within the shape itself. So the last three, actually I think the green bottle, the one with the like drippy black heart on it, which is in my head imagined as like a wax seal that wasn't quite pressed very well and it was still liquid and running. But anyways, that one, there is just a little bit of white in that curl of smoke that's coming out of there, the white background. Some places where you can get your stickers will be able to have that cut out in the middle. Other places can't. I make my stickers from home. Sometimes I include that if it's something that will definitely work, but sometimes it can be a bit of a trickier cut. There we go. If it has that center hole. So I like to design them in even if I know that it won't be able to be cut out. If it gets to be cut out, then it makes it even more interesting. But if it doesn't, it still gives the sticker room to breathe, and it has this little pop of somewhere where the eye can rest as it's looking at that. And I love including areas like that. I have that in, again, that cooler colored poison bottle. I also have it in the first sticker design that I did with the character where her hair was wrapping around and there was some white in there as well. I actually just realized that I am showing you that cooler colored heartbreak potion bottle that I was talking about right now. So that's the one that I was referring to. And in the past, I almost exclusively created my sticker designs from my digital artwork. And now that I do almost no digital artwork anymore, I decided that I just need to completely convert over to doing all my stickers traditionally now. And I'm really happy with that. It certainly is much more of a satisfying process for me personally, but that does mean that when I'm designing it, I need to take into account the scale of the final sticker as well as how big I actually need to paint it. So I tend to make my stickers a little bit on the larger side. I like them to be able to have a lot of detail and impact once they're stuck down. So I usually do roughly like a 3 by 3 inch sticker, approximately. But because I am working traditionally and there is more room for minor errors and also I want to be able to capture that detail really crisply, I make that size bigger in the final form. So this is actually a 6 by 6 piece of paper. So the design itself is smaller within that, but that does again allow me to really focus on the details and get them right and precise. And then when I shrink them down for the sticker, they look even more sharp and crisp. This is actually very similar to how I do most of my prints. I like to print them in 8 by 10 size. But oftentimes, if it's one that's more complex with lots of details, then I'll actually scale up the original piece of artwork to an 11 by 14. So when I scale it down, again, it gets crisper and cleaner and sharper. That's a really great tool, by the way, for when you're working traditionally and then you're reproducing your work. Working larger allows it to have that extra emphasis on quality, where when you're working digitally, you can just keep making it larger and larger within reason. So that way, when you're working digitally, you can get some of those benefits. Or when you're working traditionally, you can get some of those benefits. And I mentioned earlier, but I do make my own stickers from my studio, which is very, very satisfying. I know that I'm lucky to be able to have the equipment that allows me to do that and to be in a position like that, but I have to say it's really satisfying to be able to design a sticker and then see it as an actual sticker like the next day. I do like to use matte vinyl for my stickers since I think that it matches a little bit better with the original. Now that I do watercolors for my stickers, I think that just makes it help look a little bit better. Yeah, I love stickers. I need to get more stickers and find more places to put stickers. But anyways, these are actually going to be part of the top tier over on my Patreon from last month. So that's including that Love Potion postcard that I showed you guys. I think it was in the last video. So unfortunately it's a little too late to sign up now, but this is the type of thing that I put into that kind of package, plus more stuff. So if you are a patron, there will be at least one more secret surprise one that you don't know yet. And I do think that this is probably my favorite design of all four, the one that I'm finishing up right now. I ended up switching the color of the liquid in the bottle and the cork to more of this slightly green color, and I think that it pops off of the pink so nicely. So I'm really happy that I made that shift in the color palette for this piece. And I just absolutely loved working on this. Like I said, I love making sticker designs. I love designing potion bottles. Those are just so much fun for me. So this was a really pleasant little couple of days where I was able to work on these pieces. And I do have all 4 of these mini originals at my shop, so if you'd like to give any of them a new home, they are listed over there. There's a link at the top of the description below that'll take you over there. And I also have a link to my Patreon, so if you'd like to be able to get a chance to vote on February's theme and get February's postcard or the package and the postcard in the mail, then make sure to go check out my Patreon and sign up for one of those tiers. But I do want to give a huge thank you to every single one of my patrons over there. You guys are incredible, and you help me to be able to make art every single day and make these art videos, so thank you. But that is about it. So I'll be back next week with another art video, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.